Good morning everyone. Today we will be looking into quant and reasoning section that came in CSAT paper Panchsutra 3. This time the questions were a bit trickier, bit lengthy, required a lot of calculation, but it was a solvable paper. So we will see one by one how to solve each one of these questions. I will be taking quant and reasoning section. So let's start. Now let's see this question. There are 6 persons P, Q, R, S, T, U. They are sitting around a circular table. So we will make a circular table and there are 6 persons they are placed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Facing towards center and outwards alternatively. That is, if one is facing toward the center, the other one, the person next to him will be facing in the opposite direction, that is outwards. Not necessarily in this order. 2 persons are, let's see the conditions given. What are the conditions? 2 persons are sitting between P and Q. Okay, P and Q are 2 members and there are 2 people sitting between P and Q. So R and S are facing outwards. Okay, this is another information. T is on the left of S. So from using third condition, we can just determine position of S. Here we assume that the position of S is here and R, and from second condition we can see that S is facing outwards, okay, and P is facing towards the center. Okay, now let's use the third side. T is on the left of S. That is, if S is facing outwards, his left will be this side and let's fix the position of T. So this is out and this will be inward. Okay, now let's see what we can, if we can fix the position of other members. 2 persons are sitting between P and Q. So the only way we can fix the position of P and Q is this: P by Q, P or Q, P or Q. Now it is saying that P is facing towards the center. Okay, so if it is facing inward and if it is outward, because alternative position, then if it is outward then it will be inward. So this will be the position of P, not Q. Q will be here. Alright, so let's see the questions. Only 3 statements are required to find the position of T. We got the position of T by knowing the position of S, that is from this statement. T is on the left of S, okay, and this statement, 2 statements are sitting between P and Q. It is to the left of S and to the right of Q. Okay, so how many statements we required? P is facing toward the center. We required this statement, T is on the left of S, R and S are facing outwards. And this, that is 1, 2 and 3. We required to find the position of T. Okay, so 1 is correct. Only 3 statements are required to find where T is facing. To get where T is facing, we required only 2 statements, that is this one: T is on the left of S, T is on the left of S, and third and second set, R and S are facing outwards. Once we found out that S is facing outward and T is on the left of S, then we can deduce that T is facing inward. So we required only 2 statements. So this one is wrong, this should be 2. So the correct answer will be A only. Now let's see this pattern problem. If 2 with some operation, 4 with some operation 6 gives us 9. 5, 8, 9 gives 16, 3, 7, 9 give another, what will be 16, 17, 18. Okay, so let's see. We will add the number 2 plus 4 plus 6, 6 plus 6, 12, and add the digits of 1 plus, add the digit 12, 1 plus 2, it is 3, and if we square it, it will be 9, which is here. Now let's see the other one. 5 plus 8 plus 9, 13 plus 9, it is 22. 2 plus 2, it is 4, and square of 4 is 16. Is it there? Yes. Now let's see 379. 379. Add all this 19. Add the digits 1 plus 9 10. Square it 10 square 100. So it is there. Similarly for this 16 plus 17 it is 33. 33 plus 18 it is 51. Add the digits 5 plus 1 6. 6 square becomes 36. So D is the right answer. What is the remainder when 325 3 into 338 into 350 is divisible by divided by 2197? 325 into 338 into 351. Okay, and the base is given as 2197. The denominator is 2197. So can be written as 338 351. Okay, now 2197 is nothing but cube of 13. All right. So we see it is also divisible by 13. It is also divisible by 13. It is 169 into 2, and it is 113 into 13. Okay. Similarly, this is also divisible by 13. It is a multiple of 13. So we can see the remainder will be 0 because every numerator, every member in the numerator, it is divisible by 13. So denominator will be 0. The answer will be D. Okay. Now let's see this question. A novel has X number of pages. A page is torn from the novel such that summation of remaining number of pages is 10,000. So there is a novel and it contains X number of pages. Okay. Now out of these X number of pages, one page is torn, and one page, that means there is a page, two sides of the page. Okay, that is torn. And after removing that page, the summation of the pages of the novel comes out to be how much? 10,000. Then consider the following statements. Number of pages that are torn is 76 and 77. So what we will do? Let's see. Now we know the summation formula of n natural numbers since the page of the novel. So S will become how much? Let's the number of x, na? So x plus x1 by 2. This is equal to summation of all number of pages. Okay. So what is now done? Let the number of pages that is torn be n and n plus 1, like 15, 16, one leaf, one side 15, other side 16. Similarly, let we assume the number of pages that is torn is n and n plus 1. So we will subtract this n times of n plus 1. Sorry, not n plus 1. And what is, after removing that, what is the summation of the remaining pages? 10,000. So this is the equation we get. So if we simplify this further, x times of x plus 1 by 2 minus 2n plus 1, that is equal to 10,000. Okay. Now let's see statement 1. Number of pages that is torn is 76 and 77. Let's just substitute n equal to 76. X times of x plus 1 by 2 minus 2 times of 76 is 152, 153 plus 1. Okay, 10,000. Now x times of x plus 1 by 2 equal to 10,153. 153 to that side. So x times of x plus 1 will become how much? 10,153 into 2, it is 63020. 20,306 is the value we are getting. So the pages that is removed is x, and the page after that is x plus 1. When multiplied, this should give us 20,306. So let's check for some value. Let's say x is equal to 142. The x plus 1 will become how much? 143. If you multiply this, how much will you get? 20,306. So this is valid. So first one, according to statement 1, it is correct because we have checked and we have verified also. So now let's move to another question, another statement. Number of pages that are 5 and 6. You will also check this on 5 and 6. So in the same, x times of x plus 1 by 2 minus 2n plus 1 equal to 10,000. This was the equation, and we substitute n is equal to how much? 5. Then it will become 1. Then x times of x plus 1 by 2 will become 10,011. Now x times of x plus 1 will become how much? Multiplied to 20022. Okay. So let's check for some value x. Let's check. Let's take x is equal to 141 and x plus 1 will be 142. You multiply these two, we will get how much? Same value, 20022. So we verified and we got a value. Both are same. That means statement 2 is also correct, statement 1 is also correct. So answer will be C. Okay, there is a number given 9A87 B7 is a combination of some numericals and alphabets in which it is divisible by 88. Then consider the following statements. Maximum value of A is 7, maximum value of B is 9, A and B can have the same value, maximum value of A into B is 54. These are the 4 statements are given, and we are given that this number is divisible by 88. So let's see, 9A 8 7 B 7 6. All right, and it is given that it is divisible by 88. That means 9 8 A 8 7 B 7 6 also divisible by 8 into 111. We will see one by one divisibility rule with 8 and with 11. So let's take A first. Let me clear the space. It is 9A 8 7 B 7 6. Okay. So what is the divisibility rule by 8? That the last 3 digit should be a multiple of 8. Alright. So let's check value of B and B 7 6. Value will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Okay. Let's put 176 276 376 476 576 676 776 876 976 076 076. All right. So which of these number is divisible by 8? Only this one will be divisible, 176 by 8. This won't be divisible. It won't be divisible by 8. This will be divisible, not this, this one, not this, this one, not this, this one. So we see, and not this one. We see that only value of B that are in odd number 1 3 5 7 9. They are the only one possible value. They are the only possible values of B. So we got all the possible values of B. Now B is 1 3 5 7 9. Okay. Now we saw the divisibility rule by 8. Now we will look for 11. What is the divisibility rule of 11? That are alternating. The difference between alternating should be 0 or should be a multiple of 11. That means 9A 8 7 B 7 6. Okay. So 9 plus 8 plus B plus 6. Subtract A plus 7 plus 7. It should be either equal to 0 or should be a multiple of 11. Okay. So 9 plus 8 plus 6, it is how much? 23 plus B minus A plus 14 to 0 or 11k. If we 23 minus 14, 9 plus B minus A equal to 0 or 11k. Okay. 9 plus B, it is equal to A. Okay. Now we will use modular function because there is a multiple of k, multiple of 11. So if we put for B equal to 1, A will become how much? 10. Mod 11, it will be 10. This is rejected because 10 cannot be, because it is a single digit number. A is a single digit number. So A is value of 10 is rejected. Okay. Now for B equal to 3. 9 plus 3, A is 12 mod 11, sorry, mod 11. Value of A will become how much? 1. Remainder is 1, so value of A will become 1. For B equal to 5, for B equal to 5, 9 plus 5, 14, 14, A 14, mod 11, value of A will become how much? 3. Okay. Now, for B equal to 7, 9 plus 7, it is 16, 16, mod 11, how much will be? 5. We got the value as 5. And for lastly, for B equal to 9, 9 plus 9, 18, 18 mod 11 will how much? 7. So, we get the values of A as 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5 and 7. This is the value of A. We get, and for what was the value of B? We got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. So, maximum value of A can be 7. Yes, we can see. Maximum value of A is 7. So, this is correct. Maximum value of B is 9. Yes, it is correct. Statement A and B can have the same value. Okay, in this we can see that A and B, they are having the same value, but they are not having the same value at the same time. So, individually they are having the same value, that is 1 is there, 3 there, 1, 3 there, 5 there, 7 there. So, it is also correct. Okay. Maximum value of A into B is 54. So, to have the maximum value of A and B, A max should be multiplied by B max. What is B max? B max is 9 and A max is 7. So, 63 is the maximum value. So, this is wrong. Statement 4 is wrong. Rest of the statement are correct. So, only 3 is the right answer. Now, let us see. In a cricket tournament, 8 teams participate and played each other twice. Winner gets 2 points and the loser gets 0 point. No match ends in a tie. Top 4 teams qualify for the semis. In case of tie of points, a team with higher net run rate will qualify. This is important. The minimum number of points with which a team qualify for the semi is how much? So, there is a tournament and it is a round robin tournament. This round robin tournament, each team plays with another team. This is the main concept. So, in a round robin tournament, the number of matches is decided by number of teams n, that is denoted by n, into n minus 1. So, there are 8 teams. So, 8 into 8 minus 1 will be 8 into 7, 56. Okay. Now, since there are 56 matches and each match contains 2 points, so total number of points will become 112 points. Okay, understood. Now, each team is playing 2 matches, that means each team is playing 7 matches plus 7 matches, that is total of 14 matches. So, maximum point, if a team wins all the 14 matches, the maximum points will be 28 points. Okay. Now, first, second and third, we will maximize their points. That is, suppose there is a team A who played 14 matches and won all 14. So, his point will be 28. Another team, let us take 24, okay, and another team. So, these are the top 3 positions, first position, second position, third position. Now, we need a 4th team who will qualify for the semis. So, we know the total number of points there is 112. Okay. Now, 28 plus 24, 52 plus 20, 72. Now, 72 points are taken by these 3 teams. So, minus 72, 50. How much will it be? 40. 40, 2 minus 11, 4, 40 teams, 40 points. So, now let us just divide these 40 points in the rest of the 5, because 3 teams already there. So 8 minus 3, 5 teams are left. Now let's divide those 40 points in these 5 teams, that will be 8 each. Okay, so minimum number of points becomes 8, and out of these 5 teams having 8 points each, the one having the higher run rate will qualify, which is the demand of the question, and we got that the minimum number of points that is required is 8. Hence C is the answer. Okay, now let's take Vimal works in a ration shop under PDS. He has 5 different weights to measure the ration: 1 kg, 3 kg, 9 kg, 27 kg and 81 kg. Then consider the following statement: to measure 41 kg of ration, 41 kg of ration, he has to use 4 weights. So he has how many? 1 kg, 3 kg, 9 kg, 27 kg, 81 kg. Now he has to measure 41 kg. So will he be able to do that? Let's see. One side there is 41 kg, and if on the other side if he place 81, we cannot place because it will be much higher. So 27 plus 9 plus 3 plus 1. What is the summation? 36 plus 4, 40. It is one short of this. So first one becomes wrong. He cannot, using 4 weight, he cannot get 41 kg. He cannot measure 41 kg. Now let's see the second one. 62 kg, he has to use all 5 weights. He has to use all 5 weights. So on one side, let's just assume that he is using 81 kg and 9 kg. Total becomes how much? 90. And on the other hand, he is using how many? 27 kg plus 1 kg, 28. Alright, what is the difference? 90 minus 28, 62 kg. So in this, how many weights did he use? 4 only, not 5. So it is not compulsory for him to use all the 5. He can get the required kg, required 62 kg using just 4 weights. This one is wrong. This is correct. Alright, to measure, this is also wrong. Okay, to measure 53 kg of ration, he has to use 3 weights. Now let's suppose in third case he is using 81 kg. Alright, and 3 weights, 81 on one hand, and he is using 27 plus 1, 28 and 81. What is the difference? 81 minus 28, 3, 7 to 53. So he has used only how many weights? 81 and 27 and 1. Okay, so he has used 3 weights. So this is correct. So answer becomes only 1. Only 1 is the right answer. Now let's check the pattern question. PQ, that follows certain pattern. Which of the following completes the sequence? Now let's see, check C. Okay, Q, S, R, S, S. Okay, here see that P is used once, Q twice, R twice, S twice. This is the pattern. Now the other term after P. P is used twice, Q is used once, R is used twice, S is used twice. Okay. Now again R will be used once and the rest of the terms will be used twice. So this is the right answer. Okay. This was an easy question. There is a following statement and equation. What is the position of A? Position of A from the front. This is the demand of the question. Okay. So A is 15 from the last. So there is this. This is the last person and this is the first person. Okay. Now if A is 15, now A is somewhere here at 15th position from the last. Okay. And B is 15 from the front. 4 persons are there between A and B. If there are 35% in the line. Okay. Now we can see that only statement 1 and statement 4 can give the position of A from the front. If they are 35%, that is first person and they become 35%, 35th person. Okay, and from the last it is the first person and this is the 35th person. So the position of A can be found out by from the front is 35 minus 15 plus 1. This is 21st. So A is at 21st position from the front. So only two statements. What are those statements? 1 and 4 are sufficient to answer the question. So A becomes the right answer. In this question we will use the hit and trial method. Here are given P and Q are different prime numbers, both are less than 100. Then consider the following statement. Now statement 1 is P cube minus Q cube is divisible by an odd number. Now here let us just take P is equal to 3, Q is equal to 2, both are prime numbers less than 100, and P cube will become how much? 27 minus 8, that is 19. Now 19 we got. If we are getting 19, it can be an odd number. So statement 2 automatically becomes correct. Okay, and it can be divisible by an odd number. It is divisible by 1 and 19. So statement 1 also becomes correct. So now let us check this one. P cube minus Q cube by P square minus Q square can be an integer. If we put the values of P and Q in such a way that even if we get one integer in any one of the cases, then we can say that statement 3 is correct. Let us just check here. 19 P cube minus Q cube minus P square minus Q square, how much will become? 3 square minus 2 square, 19 minus 4, 19 minus 5. This is not an integer. So far it is not correct. Now let us check. P is equal to 5, Q equal to 3, 125 minus 27, 5 square 25 minus 9. What is the value? 98 by 16. Is it divisible? No. It is also not an integer. Now let us check. P equal to 7, P equal to 5. P cube is 343 minus 125, 7 square is 49 minus 25. What is 8? 33 minus 12, it is how much? 2, 1, and this is 24. 2, 109, 2, 12. Now this is also not an integer. So far we didn't get any integer. So we can say that statement 3 does not hold true. So only 2 statements are correct. Now let us see. A shopkeeper increases the price of 1 kg of rice by 25% and offered a discount of 10%. If he uses 900 gram weight instead of 1 kg, then the profit percentage will be. Now in this case there is a shopkeeper. Now let us suppose the price of 1 kg of rice is rupees 100. Now according to rice, now he decided to increase the price by 25%. The 25%, if it is increment, then the price becomes 125. Okay, now he gives a discount of 10%. 10% of 125 is 12.5. 125 minus 12.5, it is 112.5 rupees. Okay. Now he is selling 1 kg of rice. He is selling 900. Now he is using 900 gram of it. Now he is selling 900 gram of rice at the price of 1 kg of rice. Okay. So 900 gram, if he is using the actual amount, that should have been 90 rupees, but he is now selling at 112.5. So what is the difference? It is 22.5. And what should be the actual? Should have been the actual 90. So we will divide it by 90 into 100 to get the actual profit. This goes 225 by 9 becomes how much? 25%. C becomes right answer. Now he gains a profit of 25% using this method. Now this requires a bit of prime factorization method. So I have actually done it. So to save time, I will be just putting on the values, and I will just do it for one value, and I will just solve it for it. You have to do the same process for 1764. So let's see. If the HCF of 1494, 3492 and the third number n is given as 18. Now what we are given, that HCF of 1492, 3492 and a number n, it is given as 18. Okay. If their LCM, okay, I think some value is missing here. I will just, they have not given the value. The LCM 2 square, 3 square, 7 square into 83 into 90. There is a printing mistake here. They have not put on the value. I have written it, and their LCM is given as that much. Then the number of the value of n can be 82. So let's check. We know that HCF is 18, that is 3 square into 2. So what we will do, we will just do prime factorization of all these number 1492, 3492. Okay. So the prime factorization of 18 and 82. Prime factorization of 82, if we do, it is 2, 4, 4, 1, 3, 1, 4, 7, 7, 49, 7, 7. So 2, sorry, this 7, it will be 3. Okay. So 2 into 3 square into 7 square. So this will be 2 into 3 square into 7 square. 2, 3 times. 2 into 3 square into 7 square. This is the prime factorization, and we can see that 3 square into 2 is contained in 18. 18 is nothing but 3 square into 2. So the HCF remains the same in both the cases. So we can say that it is valid. Now let's move on to check the LCM. LCM 1492, 3492 and 882. Okay. Now for 1492, the prime factorization is 2 into 3 square into 83. For 3492, the prime factorization 2 square into 3 square into 97. And for 882, the prime factorization which we saw is 2 into 3 square into 7 square. Alright. So from here what we can see, the LCM is nothing but the maximum power of all primes. Maximum power of all primes. Okay. So if we are using the maximum, then what will be? We will get nothing but 2 square, 3 square, 7 square into the remaining parts, 83 and 97. If we take the LCM of all this will be the answer, which is nothing but the LCM which we used here then. So both are same, that means 82 can be the right answer. Now try to use the same process with 1764. You will see that it also gives that the value of n can also be 1764. Hence C, both 1 and 2 can be the right answer. Now this is one easy question. We just need to calculate the number of days between these two. 26/12/2023 to 24th May 2023. Now if a Monday is removed from the week, now a typical week contains how many? 7 days. Now if Monday, number of days remaining will be 6. So after what is the process here? After calculating the number of days, we will divide. I know not 7 but 6, because now we have 6 days. Now what we will get some value, we will get some weeks and some remainders. The remainders will be the days. So when I solve this, the number of days is 36,309. Okay. Now if you divide it, Now if you divide it by 6, you will get how much? You will get yes, you will get some 6051 weeks, and you will have remainder of 3 days. Okay. Now 3 days, if you are having that, you have to move forward. If it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now since Monday is removed, you have to move 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. Thursday will be that day. So what we did in the question, first we calculated the number of days, that came out to be 36,309. Then we divided it by 6, because the number of days now is 6. We got some number of weeks, 6051 weeks, and remainder as 3 days. Now since Monday is moved, we will jump from Sunday to Tuesday as 1 day, Tuesday to Wednesday as 2nd day, and Wednesday to Thursday as 3rd day. So Thursday, D, becomes the right answer. Okay, now Pratik has a digital watch showing time 24-hour format. Clocks. Now here we will do an hit and trial to each of these options. Now it is given as 234 hours, but after start with 5 minutes after every hour. So 1 hour it loses 5 minutes. That means 1 second is lost after every 12 seconds. This is some basic mathematics. 5 minutes is lost after every hour. That means 1 second is lost every 12 seconds. You can do the calculation, basic calculation. Now let's see 234. Now upon hit and trial, when the time is 4:32:00 hours, the difference between these two is nothing but 118 minutes. Okay. Now 5 minutes, so total difference we will multiply it by 5, because if 1 hour it is losing 5 minutes, so 180 minutes losing how many? 118 minutes. That will be 590. Okay. So 590 seconds is how much? 590 seconds is how much? It is 9 minutes 40 seconds. All right, 9 minutes 40 seconds. So if we add 9 minutes 40 seconds to this time 32:00, it will be 4:41:50 seconds. Okay, so C becomes the right answer. Now let's see this one. Ram is working as a salesman in a company. He gets ₹1,500 fixed salary for every 10,000 rupees sale. So 10,000, if he sold items worth of 10,000, he is getting fixed salary of ₹1,500. Okay, and for every 10,000 rupees sale above initial sale. Now if he is selling 10,000, if he is selling items having worth of 10,000 or more, he will get 70% of his fixed salary. 70% of fixed salary is 7,500 into 1,500. It is how much? 150 into 70. That is 1050. This is what he is getting. Okay, and 10% from the sales. And total sale is 10,000. What is 10% of that? 1,000 rupees. So total amount will become how much? 2050. For every 10,000 sale above his initial 10,000 rupees sale, he is earning this much, 2050. All right. So now let's see. If he earns 9,700 rupees, he would have done sales of 40,000. So in a month he is selling items worth of rupees 40,000. That means for out of 40,000, first 10,000, how much he will get? Fixed salary 1,500. Okay. Now we have 30,000 left. Okay. 10, 10, 10. Okay. So for every 10,000 extra sale he is getting how much? 2050. 2050, 2050, 2050. You add all this and this. If it comes out to be 9700, then this statement is correct. That is 2050 into 3. 2050 into 3 is how much? 0, 15, 303, 1 and 3, 6. 6150 plus 1500. What is the total amount? 0, 5, 6, 7, 7650, which is less than the number given here. So statement 1 is wrong. Okay. Now let's move on to next one. If he earns rupees 13,800 in a month, he would have done sales worth 60,000 rupees. So 60,000, first 10,000, how much he is getting? 1500. For next 50,000 rupees, what is the amount he will be getting? Next 50,000. That will be 5 into this amount, 2050. Okay. I hope you are understanding. So 2050 into 5, 0, 2, 500, 2, 10, 10,250, and we will add how much? 1500 to this. So 1500, 10,250, 1500, 711. It is still less than what is given here. So this statement also become wrong. So D becomes right answer. I hope you understood what I did here. (29) 4 boys and 4 girls are to be selected from a team for a competition such that there will be 1 captain, 1 vice captain and 3 other players. So 4 boys, 4 girls, total 8 members. Okay. There will be 1 captain, 1 vice captain plus 3 other players. So total 5 members. We have to make a team of 5 members. So we have to select 5 members out of 8 members. So it can be done in 8C5 ways. 8 factorial, 5 factorial, 8 minus 5 factorial, 3 factorial. That is 8, 7, 6, 5 factorial. 5 factorial get cancelled and 3 factorial, 3 into 2. Okay. So 56 ways. Okay. Now out of 8 players, 5 can be made, 5 players can be chosen in 8C5, that is 56 ways. Now after choosing the 5 members, we have to choose 1 captain. Out of 5 members, in how many ways can we choose 1 captain? That is 5 ways. Okay. Now we again have to choose a vice captain. Now since 1 member is fixed as captain, out of these 4 we have to choose 1 vice captain. So in how many ways can we do that? 4 ways. So total number of ways become 5 into 4, 20. Okay. So 20 into total number of ways in which we can select 5 members out of 8 members. So 20 into 56 will become how much? 56 into 2, 1120, 120, 1120 ways, 1120 ways. A is the right answer. Now let us say Prime Minister selects 10 different ministers from the 15 members of the parliament. Then consider the following. This is one very easy question, just we need to know formula. There are 15 C10. First statement, number of ways of doing it is 15 C10. What is the value? 15 factorial. 15 into 14 into 13 into 15 C10. Nothing 15 C10. According to statement 1, 12 into 11 into 10 factorial by 10 factorial 5 factorial. Okay. So when you solve this, you will get 3003 only. Okay. So statement 1 is correct. Okay. Now the number of ways to select minister with 2 particular members included is 1286. That means 2 members are already fixed. Now we have total of 13. 15 minus 2, 13. C, and we need to 2 particular, obviously out of 10 2 are fixed, then the remaining are 8, 13C8. Whatever the value you get, that I think you will get 1287. I have solved when I checked it. 1287. Yes, 1287 we are getting, but here it is given as 1286. So this one becomes wrong. So number of ways to send means one particular member included is 2002. That means total member you have 14 and one is fixed. So 14C9. Whatever the value you will get is the right answer. 14C9, what is the value? 14C9, it is actually 2002 only. So this becomes correct. Okay. So B becomes correct. Let us see this. There are 12 points on a square. Now there is a square. This looks like a rectangle. This is a square. Consider the following. The number of right triangles that can be formed at least will be 36. Now there are 3 points on each side. A, B, C, D. We have A, B, B, C, C, D and D, A as sides. Now one point on A will be able to make how many? 3 right triangles. Okay. And same goes for this 3 right triangles. Okay. At least 3 right triangles for this point. Okay. So at least how many triangles? Now 3 into 3. 9 right triangles can be at least formed using points on A and D. Okay. And there are how many sides? 4. So 9 into 4 becomes 36 right, at least 36 right. There can be many more right triangles, but at least 36 can be formed. Okay. So statement 1 becomes correct. At least will be 36 because each point on AD is able to make 3 right triangles on AB and CD. So total number of triangles will be 3 into 3, 9, and there are 4 sides, 9 into 4, 36. So at least 36 triangles will be formed. If 4 are at midpoints of each line, it's 4. Okay. The number of right triangles that can be formed will be 39. Okay. So at least we know that 36 is there. Now join this, we get a right triangle like this. The another one will be like this, and if you make in vertical way, the other one, this is the midpoint, and so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more right triangles, additional right triangles can be formed. So total number of triangles become 36 plus 4, 40. So this one becomes wrong because it is given as 39. So only statement 1 is correct. Okay. There are 11 team members including captain and vice captain, and one coach. They are sitting in all are sitting in a circle. Find the number of ways in which they can sit so that captain and vice captain always sit beside the coach. So there is a circular table and there is coach. The captain and vice captain, they have to sit beside the coach. Now captain and vice captain can sit in how many ways? Captain, vice captain, or vice captain or captain in how many ways? 2 factorial ways. Arrange themselves in 2 factorial, that is 2. Okay. And how and rest of the 3 and 1 coach. The coach is included in the team. So remaining players become 8, and 8 people can arrange themselves in how many ways? 8 factorial ways in this arrangement, and total number into 2 factorial. This is the number of ways through which this question can be solved. 8 factorial, 8 person arranging themselves in factorial way, and 2 factorial. Captain, vice captain arranging themselves beside the coach in 2 factorial ways, that is C. Okay, now this requires a bit of calculation. Now let's see, in a petri dish, the population of bacteria is, the final population is given as 21,82,950. Growth rate in the last hour, 8 am to 9 am, was 20% and 5% in the last few hours before that. Last few hours before that. Population of the bacteria decreased to 25%, 5 am to 2 am due to infection. Then the population of bacteria is I think this is 2 hours. Let me check if it, I think it is a printing mistake. It is a 36 number question. Last few hours. Okay, 2 or few hours both are correct. Now let's see. Now let's go. We need to do then reverse approach. Now let's see 9 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now let the population of bacteria be x into, there is an increment of 20% increment, and we get 950. On solving this, what you will get? 21,82950 into 100 by 120. Now let me solve this. It will be around 1819125. 1819125. This is the value of x that you are getting. Now let's move from 8 a.m. to 6 a.m. We did for 9 a.m. to 8 a.m. Now we will 8 a.m. to 6 a.m. we will do. Now let the variable be y into, and it is happening twice, that is 105 by 100 into 105 by 100, that will be equal to how much? 1819125. 1819125. Solving for y, what is the value you will get? 1819125 into 100 into 100 upon 105 into 105. On solving this, what is the value we will get? We will get 16,50,000. 16,50,000. And from 6 a.m. to 5 a.m. decreased by 25%. Decrement means what we will do? We will take another variable z into 0.75, and we will what is the value? 16,50,000. Okay, now solving this, z will become how much? 16,50,000 divided by 0.75, it will be 22 lakhs. Is 22 lakhs? Yes, C is in the option. So through the reverse approach, we got the population of bacteria at 5 a.m. In a family PQRST, there are 5 members and their age are given in geometric progression, not necessarily in the same order. Okay, consider the following question and statement. What is the age of T? The question is given as what is the age of T. We need to find out. So difference between ages of S and P, from statement 1, S and P, and the sum of age of P and T is same as, it is given as 12. This is the equation which we get from statement 1. Now let's see, Q is the youngest and 2 years old. Okay, mean ages of all the 5 person is 12.4. So since they are in GP, so we can just denote their ages as AR square, AR cube, A power 4. Okay, now it is given as the youngest is 2. This one is the smallest, that means 2. So 2 plus 2R cube, 2R square, 2R cube, 2R power 4, it will be equal to how much? 12.4 into 5. That is 62. Take 2 common and divide by this, you will get 1 plus R square plus R cube plus R power 4 as, and send 1 to this side, you will get 30. Okay, so R plus R square R cube plus R power 4 you will get as 30. Now put r is equal to 2, 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16, 30. So r is 2, a is 2. Okay. So based on this we can substitute the value. These are the ages 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4. Now what are the ages we can get? AR square, AR cube, AR power 4. Okay. 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 2, 8 into 2, 16 and 32. These are the ages. We just know that this is cube. Rest we do not know. So now we will use the equation 1, that is p plus t is equal to 12. Okay, now let's suppose if we take p as 4, 4 plus t it is 12. Okay, so p is 4. So t becomes how much? 8. Okay, now let's check with this. S minus p, p is 4 is 12, then s becomes 16. Okay, so s becomes 16, q is 2, p is 4, t is 8. Which one is left out? P, r, and r becomes 32. So we got the ages of all the people. So we required all the three. We got that q is 2 from this. Using these two equations we got the different values of, we got the age of s, we got the age of t, we got the age of p. Okay, and using the third statement we got the value of r, which helped us to calculate the ages of the possible values which are in geometric progression. So we required all the three statements. So A is the right answer. Let's see. Following names to the partially filled table having numbers 1 to 25 in which summation of all the numbers in a row, column or diagonal is same. If B23 represents the number written in the box in second row and third column, that is B23. This is the box and second row, third column, means B23 is denoting this area. And these are some conditions given. And let's see what is the question then. B43 is either 19 or 17. B43 is either 19 or 17. B43 means B43 1, 2, 3, 4. This is either 19 or 17. Okay, now let's check. Here it is given that B11 plus B43 is 36. Now if it is 30, if we take it as 19 to make the sum as 36, you will have to put 17. Now if you take it as 17, you will have to put 19 to satisfy condition 1. Okay, now let's check first condition. B43 is here, condition 4. So either 19 or 17, this satisfy the condition, and 17 and 19 are not used anywhere else according to the partially filled table that is given. So this could be possible, 19 and 17, because they add up to 36, that satisfies condition 1, and B43 either 19 or 17, they are both odd numbers, so it satisfies condition 4. So that so this one is correct. This one is correct. Now let's check another one. B14 is either 9 or 8. B14, first row, fourth column. Okay, we are talking about this one. Okay, it is given, it is either 9 or 8. So here what we are B14 is half of 25. Where is 25? Using condition 5, second row, fifth column. Okay, so if it is 9, it becomes 18, and if it is 8, it becomes 16. Okay, based on condition 5. Now we can see that 8, 9, 18 and 16, they are not used anywhere else in the table. So this is also correct because it satisfies fifth condition. So This one is also correct, this one is also correct. C. Let's check 39. A 5-member team has to be selected amongst, there are 7 persons and 5 members A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Now these are the conditions given. Now if D is in the team, it says if D is in the team, G cannot be in the team. So G cannot be in the team. First condition. If B is in the team, that is if B is in, E and F has to be in the team. It implies that E and F has to be in the team. Now if A and D are in the team, then F will be in the team. These are the 3 conditions we are given. Now based on these 3 conditions, it is asking total number of ways to select a team is 3. Total number of ways to select. So when you solve this, so from this we know that D and G cannot be together in the team. So there will be a team D and there will be a team G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So this is team 1, team 2. And we have to select between how many? Since D and G are used, we have to choose between A, B, C, E and F according to the other 2 conditions given. So from this we can make some cases. D, A, C, E, F. Okay, one team we made. Now let's check if it satisfies the condition D, A, C, E, F. If A and D is in the team, okay, A and D is in the team and F will be in the team, okay. And now if F is in the team, D and A are also in the team. So this satisfies this condition. And if B is in the team, E and F will be in the team. B is not in the team, so no issue, because it doesn't say that if E and F are in the team, then B must be in it. E and F doesn't imply B, but B implies E and F, so no issues. This also satisfies these conditions. So this one is a valid team. Okay. Now let's check for case 2. D, A, B, E, F. Okay. So in this team, A and D, they are there, F is there, and F is there, D and A is also there. Now B is also there. If B is in the team, that implies E and F is also there in the team. So it satisfies first 2 conditions. So it is also a valid team. And this is also a valid team. Okay. Now let's move on to the team 2. Team 2 we have few combination A, B, E, F, G, A, C, E, F, G, B, C, E, F, G. These are the combination in which we get a team that follows these 2 conditions. Okay. So we see total number of teams, valid teams, they are more than 3. So first one becomes wrong. First one statement is incorrect, because valid team we are getting here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 3. If D is in the team, A must be in the team. Okay, from here D is there, A is there, D is there, A is there. So statement 2 is correct. If G is in the team, A must be in the team. Now let's see here. In one case, G is there in the team but A is not there, but it is a valid team. So statement 3 becomes wrong, statement 1 becomes wrong, statement 2 becomes correct. So only correct is statement A. I hope you understood. Just to make combinations. And let's see, identify the next term on the following series. The series given is 1, 5, 14, 39, 88, 209. Okay. So let's see, difference of 4, that is nothing but 2 square, difference of 9, but it is nothing but 3 square, difference of 25, nothing but difference of 5 square, difference of 49, nothing but 7 square, difference of 121, that is nothing but 11 square. The next prime number is 13. 13 square, 169, add 169 to this, 209 plus 169, 18, 21, 378. The filling space, the blank space will be filled by 378.
Hello everyone, let us begin our discussion for the reading comprehension part of CSAT paper in Panchsutra paper 3, right? So the first passage was about the indoor air quality, and it is talking about volatile organic compounds, right? Simple passage. Let us see the questions. What are the most logical assumptions that can be made from the passage? Improving indoor air quality in offices can enhance the creativity of employees. Correct assumption. Industries reliant on creativity should prioritize good indoor quality. Correct. All volatile organic compounds are harmful to creativity. High levels of carbon dioxide and PM2.5 significantly impact creativity. Now, they have made a comparison between carbon dioxide, PM2 and volatile compounds, right? So, this statement is also incorrect. The right answer would be option C, 1 and 2 only. Which of the following best reflects the central idea of the passage? The study proves that all workers in offices have their creativity suppressed by poor air quality. The study demonstrates a link between high levels of volatile organic compounds and reduced creative potential in individuals. The impact of PM2.5 and carbon dioxide on creativity is as significant as that of VOCs. Good air quality automatically boosts everyone's creativity. So, most appropriate answer would be option B, that there is a link between high levels of VOCs and reduced creative potential in the individuals. Right. Okay, so we have a third question in the passage. The passage seems to argue that the passage claims all types of indoor air pollution are equally harmful to creativity. The argument is that everyone's creativity suffers equally in poorly ventilated indoor spaces. Poor indoor air quality can negatively impact creative thinking and problem solving abilities. The main point is that good air quality guarantees an automatic boost in everyone's creativity. So, most appropriate answer for this particular question would be poor indoor air quality can negatively impact creative thinking and problem solving abilities, right? Simple passage, all the three questions were doable, simple, right? Second passage. So, the passage is talking about an individual who is distressed and is yearning for solace, right? And he sought refuge in God. So this is something passage is related to about how a person can take a spiritual path, practice meditation and all those things, and it can actually help improve in various aspects of life, right? And that in whatever action that you are doing, once you start recognizing that there is a will of God or there is a hand of God, then you will be able to accept the shape of your destinies, right? That is the whole idea behind this passage. Let us see the questions. The passage is based on the idea of distress and hardship are sufficient to understand God's message. Only those who achieve complete surrender will experience God's grace. Material prosperity signifies spiritual enlightenment. Spiritual knowledge and practices can offer a deeper understanding of God's presence. Option D is the most appropriate answer, right? Next. Which of the following best reflects the critical message conveyed by the passage? Personal trials and tribulations can ignite a deeper understanding of spiritual teachings. Only through diligent study can one grasp the true essence of spiritual texts. Material prosperity aids in spiritual progress. Achieving complete surrender is necessary for experiencing God's grace. So most appropriate answer is option A, right? Next. So yes, this passage is talking about the habit of smoking and its impact on the brain cells, right? This also, the passage also tries to establish a link between the habit of smoking and high risk with cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. Second is that the shrinking of brain size cannot be reduced, but it can be prevented from further shrinking once you quit the habit of smoking, right? Let us see the questions. Which of the following are implied by the passage? Quitting smoking can prevent further brain shrinkage and minimize the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Okay. Quitting smoking can restore the brain to its original size. Incorrect. Individuals with genetic predisposition to smoking might be at greater risk of both brain shrinkage and related diseases. Genetic predisposition and greater risk. People without genetic predisposition to smoking are safe from the brain shrinking effects of smoking. Right, so the correct statements would be statement 1 and 3. The correct answer is option C, 1 and 3 only. What is the most logical and crucial message conveyed by the passage? Smoking solely affects brain size and has no other health consequences. People with genetic predisposition to smoking can safely smoke with minimal brain damage. The research suggests brain shrinkage caused by smoking is completely reversible with quitting. Quitting can prevent further damage to brain due to smoking, though it cannot reverse the existing loss. The right answer is option D. Next. Which of the following best reflects the message of the author of the passage? Smoking increases the risk of dementia. Genetic predisposition makes smoking harmless. No long-term effects remain for ex-smokers. There are bigger health risks associated with smoking other than brain shrinkage. Right, the answer is smoking increases the risk of dementia. Option A. All other statements are not very appropriate. Though it is correct, but that was not the main idea that the author was trying to convey. The author is of the opinion that smoking increases the risks of brain shrinkage, Alzheimer's disease and dementia, right? So option A is the most appropriate answer. Right, next passage. Now the passage talks about the various initiatives by the center and the state governments for the women empowerment, and the passage specifically talks about the initiatives taken by the Bihar state government, just like the reservation in local governance and jobs, and the various initiatives for the girl child, like Chief Minister's Kanya Cycle Yojana, and how these initiatives have actually helped the girls and women to contribute towards the society in various capacities, be it in the government offices or be it in the Panchayati Raj institutions, etc. Now the example of the state of Bihar is actually giving us hope, the beacon of hope. For other states, that if they are taking proactive and positive steps towards women empowerment, then those daughters, those sisters are not only be empowered, but will be able to contribute towards the society in a much better way, right? Let us see the questions. Which of the following best reflect the crux of the passage? Initiatives in women's empowerment have changed societal attitudes towards them. Bihar's efforts are responsible for the rise in women's literacy and empowerment across the country. Women in Bihar achieve empowerment through government jobs and police services. So, statement number 2 is not very appropriate. And statement number 3 is contrary to what the passage is saying. It is saying, the passage is saying that women are empowered enough to get government jobs and get opportunity in police services, right? So statement 2 and 3 both are incorrect. Only statement 1 is correct. The right answer would be option A, 1 only. What are the most logical and rational inferences? Bihar's achievements prove that reservation is the only effective method for women's empowerment. Bihar's successful program offers valuable lessons for other states seeking to empower women and change societal attitudes towards them. Women's empowerment in Bihar has eliminated all challenges and inequalities for women in the state. Only statement 2 is correct. Right answer is option B, 2 only. Next. Which of the following best reflects the corollary to the passage? Bihar's model is universally applicable and all states should replicate its exact policies without considering their own contexts. Government quotas alone are sufficient to achieve women's empowerment. Investing in women's education and providing support programs can lead to significant societal transformation. Women's empowerment in Bihar signifies the complete elimination of all gender disparities. So the right answer is option C. Right? Next. So the passage is talking about the achievements made in the field of science and how that this advancement, this betterment in the field of science is actually making us take a back seat in our spiritual progress. Right? We are more inclined towards materialism to make use of more and more technology and newer things that we see in the world around us. But these advancements have made us prosperous materialistically, but it has impoverished us spiritually. So that is the whole essence of this passage, right? Let us see the questions. Which of the following best reflects the central idea of the passage? Scientific achievements are meaningless without economic benefits. So the passage is not talking about the economic benefits related attached to the scientific achievements. Science and technology have advanced society materially but neglected spiritual growth. Seems to be the most appropriate answer. Yes, we should abandon science and technology in favor of spiritual pursuits. The world is primarily physical and spiritual concerns are irrelevant. That is also incorrect. The right answer is option B. Which are the most logical and rational inferences that can be made from the passage? Materialism overshadows spirituality in modern society. Science has no value. We should abandon technology completely. Technology doesn't provide answers to crucial existential questions. The right answer is option C, 1 and 4 only. Right, next. So, yes, this passage is about Amazon rainforests, and which says that Amazon contains 20% of all fresh water in the world, but the passage also talks about the issue of drought that the particular region is facing, and the passage also provides for the reasons for the same. That is, abnormal warming of the Atlantic Ocean combined with El Nino. This could lead to a prolonged and exacerbated drought. ज़्यादा समय तक चलने के लिए और ज़्यादा भयावह तरीके से सूखा पड़ने की आशंका को बढ़ावा देते हैं. Right? Which of the following best reflects the underlying tone of the passage? Optimism and hope, detached neutrality, grave alarm and concern, focus on individual stories. So the passage is actually showing the concern, and it is raising the alarm of what the climate change can lead to drastic consequences, right? The right answer is option C. Which of the following best reflects the rational, plausible and practical implications that can be derived from the passage? Building more dams and reservoirs to solve the water shortage, the Amazon will naturally recover from this drought. Urgent action is needed to address the climate change and deforestation. Only local communities in the Amazon are affected. The right answer is option C, urgent action is needed. Right, next. Which of the following best reflects the corollary to the passage? Drought in the Amazon serves as a stark warning of the devastating consequences of climate change. Droughts are a natural phenomena and communities should adapt. The impacts of the Amazon drought are limited to the region. Technological solutions can fully solve the problem of water scarcity. Most appropriate answer would be option A. Drought in the Amazon serves as the stark warning of the devastating consequences of the climate change. Right. Next. So the passage is talking about extreme weather events which have long-term impacts on the economies. Right. Now, the passages of the opinion is written with the opinion that the social costs associated with the extreme weather events, be it drought or cyclone or a typhoon or earthquake, is far greater than what we have always thought of in the past, right? So it is not only about economic hindrances, but also there is a social cost of carbon related to it, right? Simple passage. Let us see the questions from this passage. What are the most logical assumptions that can be made from the passage? Under underestimating the economic impacts of extreme weather events leads to inadequate climate policies, India is the only country significantly affected by economic damage from the tropical cyclones. Current climate policies are effective in addressing the long-term costs of extreme weather. Now, the passage is talking about coming up with the new policies and improved policies. Focusing on immediate economic damage from extreme weather is sufficient for informing climate action. Only statement 1 is correct. Right answer is option B, 1 only. Next. How many of the following are implied by the passage? Tropical cyclones are the only extreme weather event with significant long-term economic impacts. The economic impact of extreme weather events always outweighs the benefits of carbon-intensive activities. Developing countries are solely responsible for addressing the long-term economic impacts of extreme weather events. So none of the statements are implied by the passage. So the tropical cyclones are not the only extreme weather events. Economic impact of extreme weather event always outweighs is also incorrect. Developing countries are solely responsible is also incorrect. So the right answer would be option D. None of the above statements is implied by the passage. Right. Next. The passage is based on the central idea that tropical cyclones are the sole driving force of climate change, economic damage from extreme weather events, underestimation of the long-term economic impacts of extreme weather events, role of developed countries for addressing the issue of climate change. So yes, the right answer is option C, underestimation of long-term economic impacts of extreme weather events. Right. Next. So this passage is interesting. It is trying to relate trees and how they just compared the trees with books and what we can learn from trees. The trees communicate, trees endure the anthropogenic challenges, trees communicate with each other through physical signs like yellowing of leaves, and more so over, the passage talks about the lessons that we can learn from trees. That is resilience, adaptability, interconnectedness with the nature. They also encourage us to observe, appreciate and understand the complex narratives they hold. Right? Simple passage. Let us see the questions associated with this passage. Which of the following best reflects the message of the author of the passage? Trees are passive recipients. Incorrect. Trees are superior to humans and hold all the answers to life's mysteries. Trees are appreciated by studying their scientific complexities. Trees serve as powerful symbols of resilience and adaptability. Now, why option D is the most appropriate answer is because option B and C are actually trying to convey this point. They serve as a symbol of resilience and adaptability. Scientific complexities lead to the conclusion that they are resilient and they are adaptive. Right? So option D is the most appropriate answer. Which of the following are implied by the passage? Trees are sentient beings with conscious awareness of their surroundings. Humans are completely separate from nature with nothing to learn from the trees. Trees are superior to humans and hold all the answers to life's mysteries. Humans are completely separate from the nature trees are sentient beings, trees are superior to humans and hold all the answers. So none of these statement is actually implied by the passage. The passage talks about the interconnectedness and what we can learn from them, right? So the right answer would be option D, none of the above. Which of the following is the most logical and rational inference that can be made from the passage? Appreciating the diversity and adaptability of trees. Trees are sentient beings with conscious awareness. Scientific research is the way to understand trees. Trees hold all the answers to the life's mysteries. The right answer is A, appreciating the diversity and adaptability of trees. Right, simple question. Yes, so this passage is again talking about the advancement of technology and how it has fast paced our lifestyle and changed our perception of time orientation, right? Simple passage, not so not written in so typical language, and how exactly our perception of time is also affecting our relationships, right? And most of the people are just making mindless decisions. They are chasing subconscious desires and latent tendencies, and these at times also foster the feelings of inferiority and yes, inferiority. So the passage is written in a very simple language. Let us see the questions associated in this passage. Which of the following best sums up the passage? Instant communication and fast-paced lives can lead to fleeting connections. The passage solely criticizes technology and its impact on human well-being. Technology makes us less intelligent and incapable of making good decisions. So it is actually talking about fast-paced lives which leads to fleeting connections. Now, the passage is also telling us about to be mindful and watchful about our latent desires and inferiority complex and subconscious desires, and to keep a check on those such elements in our life, right? But it is not saying that technology is making us less intelligent, or it is not criticizing the technology. So the right answer would be option A, one only. Right. Next. Which of the following is implied by the passage? Everyone in modern society is unhappy and unfulfilled. Situationships are the solution to modern shallow relationships. Fast-paced nature of our technology-driven lives can lead to superficiality. The only solution to the problems is practicing mindfulness. Right answer is fast-paced nature of our technology-driven lives can lead to superficiality. Right. Next. Which of the following best reflects the corollary to the passage? Disengagement from the tech-driven lives, slowing down and adapting a simpler lifestyle, technology-driven superficial and unfulfilled life, actively engaging with our thoughts. So, the passage talked about practicing mindfulness and taking a conscious decisions, which is antidote to the what we say, which can be antidote to the lives driven by subconscious desires and latent tendencies. So mindfulness, the practicing mindfulness can actually help us, and right answer would be actively engaging with our thoughts, option D. Right, next. So this passage is about the e-cigarettes, vapes and heat not burnt kind of devices, which is leading to the addiction in the new generation, in the young ones, addiction of tobacco. Now, once they get addicted to such kind of products like e-cigarettes or vapes, then this addiction can lead to a greater kind of addiction which is hard to resist. So, basically the passage is of the opinion that we should come up with a holistic approach with educating the youth of the harmful impacts of tobacco addiction in whichever form, right? Let us see the questions. Which of the following best reflects the crux of the passage? Alarming rise of new age gateway products. New age gateway products are a harmless alternative. New age gateway products is their environmental impact. Right? So the passage talks about the alarming rise of new age gateway products. Right answer is option A, one only. Which of the following is the most logical assumption that can be made from the passage? New age gateway products will eventually replace traditional cigarettes entirely, can increase health related problems in the coming years, health risks associated with new age gateway products are lower, existing educational campaigns sufficiently address the issue of these new age gateway products. So, the right answer would be option B. New age gateway products can increase health related problems in the coming years, right? Option B is the right answer. Next. Which is the most logical and rational inference that can be made from the passage? New age gateway products are the sole cause of nicotine addiction in the young people. Educational campaigns alone are sufficient to address the issue effectively. The rising popularity of new age gateway products necessitates industry regulation. The vaping epidemic cannot be effectively controlled at this point. So, yes, inference that we can make any one of them would be the rising popularity of new age gateway products, which necessitates industry regulation in the sector which caters to the needs of the tobacco consumption, right? And we should educate the young generation not to get into this trap and stay as aloof as they can from such kind of addictions, right? Next. So, the next passage is also about practicing mindfulness, and which actually helps in managing the stress, anxiety and promotes relaxation, helps improve your enthusiasm towards life, and it also helps in minimizing your distractions. Simple passage. Let us see the questions. According to the passage, mindfulness is a practice emphasizing internal focus and concentration, exclusive to specific spiritual traditions like Ashtanga Yoga and Chakra meditation, solely focused on achieving complete withdrawal from external perceptions. So, the right answer is a practice emphasizing internal focus and concentration. So, only first statement is correct and the right answer is option B, one only. The passage seems to argue that mindfulness is achievable through complete withdrawal from external perceptions. Complete withdrawal. Mindfulness is solely the domain of specific spiritual traditions. Physical practices like yogasanas and pranayam are less relevant to mindfulness. mindfulness is a versatile approach to achieving holistic well-being. Option D is the most appropriate answer, right? Right. So these were the questions from the reading comprehension part that appeared in Panchsutra paper 3, right? So most of the topics, most of the questions were doable, and what I understand is that this paper was comparatively simple as compared to the previous papers. And just to give you a confidence that this examination is what UPSC is trying to test is your reading abilities and comprehension abilities. It is not a test of your English language. Once you get that confidence that you can read the passage, understand and interpret the questions correctly, then this is the part of your question paper where you can score the most, right? So be confident about it. Try to mark the answers which are most appropriate, just in case you find some dicey elements in the questions, right? So good luck for the upcoming tests and your actual examination, and hope to see you in Panchsutra paper 4, and improve. Just in case you have made mistakes in the reading comprehension part, try to learn from those mistakes and improve, and feel free to approach the front desk and ask any doubts just in case you are having one, and good luck. Thank you.
Now let's move on to 44th question. So what's given? In a language, Sikandrabad is written as VV and something something, then Mumbai will be written as, if now the alphabets which are the multiple of 4 are removed. Now this looks like we need to let's write all alphabets for ease of calculation. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Okay. Now V, now S is written as V, that means this is S, now it is written V. We can see that there is a jump of +3 from here. And how is E written as B? That is, there is a jump of negative of 3, that is 3 backwards. So what we can see that it follows a pattern +3, -3, +3, -3 and so on. Now then we have to find out how Mumbai will be written if alphabets at the multiple of 4 are removed. The alphabets, let's number the alphabet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. We have numbered the alphabet. Now here it is that the alphabets are the multiple of 4 are removed. So what are removed? D is removed, H is removed, L is removed, P is removed, T is removed and X is removed. Okay. Now let's follow +3 -3 pattern. M +3. M +3 will be 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, M, N, O, P, 1, 2, wait a second, and the multiples are removed, J, K, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my. Now let's look at the 44th number question. It is given Sikandrabad is written something like this. Now in this question what we will do, we will just write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y and Z. Let's number all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26. Now if we see this Sikandrabad and this coded language, we can see that there is a jump of +3 from S to V and there is jump of -3 from E to B. So it follows a +3 -3 formula. Okay. Now here it is given that the alphabets at the multiple of 4 are removed. So what are removed? 4 is removed, H is removed, and L is removed, P is removed, T is removed, X is removed. Okay. So now let us see how Mumbai will be written. Following the same pattern, +3 -3, +3 from M will be 1, 2, 1, 2, this is removed, hence we will write this 3, Q. What is U? We have to go backwards. So we won't consider this 1, 2, Q. Okay. Q, Q, then A and C are eliminated. Then M. M is again M. We have to +3, then again we will have Q only. Then B. We have to go backwards. 1, 2, 3. So 25. 25th is Y. Y will be there. Q, 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 Y. Again we have both Y, and then we have to go C A. A is +3. 1, 2, 3. We will E. And then I. I we have to go -3. Ignore this 1, 2, 3 E. So Q, 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 Y, E, E. D is the right answer. Now let us see in a class P, Q, R, S, T, U. P, Q, R, S, T and U are the 6 children having different number of toffees. Now let us see the information given. S has more toffee than P. Okay. P has more toffees than U. Okay. Q has the least toffees. T has a smaller number of toffees than T is here, and S has a greater number of toffees, but we do not know where R is placed. We just know it is above Q and below S, just we do not know the position of R. Okay. So how many is required to child with the maximum number of toffees? So we can see we required all the 5 statements. Okay. So answer will be C. Now let us see this one. It requires a bit of visualization, that there is a cube okay. It is cut of 5 centimeter and is cut 12 times and painted with red, blue and green on the opposite side. That means if above is green, the bottom is green. If this face is red, this is red, and what is one other color? Blue. If front face is blue, then the side opposite it is blue. This, and it is 5 centimeter. Okay, and it is cut 12 times. If the these are the 2 statements given. If cube is cut such that it produces the maximum number of cube or cuboids, then the ratio of cube having green and red paint to 1, which have green and only, is 5:3. So what we can find out from this, that for maximum number of cubes, okay, we have to distribute cuts equally in all the 3 axes. That there is 3 axes, you know, x, y, z axis, and you have to cut equally in all the 3 axes, like A times along, suppose A times along x axis, B times along y axis, and C times along z axis. Okay. So when you cut all the 3, then how many total number of smaller cube you will get? At A times you have cut along the x axis, then A times 1, B plus 1, C plus 1. What is this is going to give you? It will give you the total number of cubes. Okay. So what will the total number of, if there are 12 cuts that is being made, then equal cuts will give you maximum number of cubes. So 12 by 3, 4. Okay. So A is also 4, B is also 4, C is also 4. Only this combination will give you maximum number of cubes. So 4 plus 1, 5 into 5 into 5, that is 125. Okay. So you have how many? 125 cubes. Now come to statement number 1. If cube is cut such that it produces maximum number of cuboids, then ratio of cuboids having green and red paint, to which having green and red paint only, is 5:3. Okay. Now let us see what is asked. Now cubes with green and red paint are located along the edges. Okay. Green and red paint. Okay. This is green and red, they are located along the edges. Okay. You can see green, red, they are along the edges. Okay. As I have visualized, as I have shown in the diagram, you can see red and green are present along the edges. So cubes where green and red faces meet, and there are 4 edges such like that. Okay. You can see 4 edges like that. Now from this, each such edge is shared by how many? 5 minus 2, that is 3 cubes. Now corner with all the 3 colors, corners where there is an intersection of all the 3 colors. It is equal to how much? 8. Eight cubes, and there are edges between green and red only, that we will have to exclude the corners. Now there will be how many edges? 4 edges, and there are 3 cubes. There how many cubes will be there? 12 cubes that are having only red and green paint. Okay. So total cube with red and green. So total cubes with red and green will become 8 plus the 8 plus 12. 8 from the corners and 12 that we got from 4 edges into 3 cubes, that is 8 plus 12, that is 20. Okay. Now now only red and green we know that it is 12. So what is the ratio? 20:12, that is nothing but 5:3. So statement 1 is correct. Now let us move on to statement 2. What is, if cube is cut such that it produces the minimum number of cubes or cuboid, then the number of faces without any color is 24. Okay. Now let us see what is saying. For minimum number of cubes, we have to cut the cube in only one. For maximum, we cut the cube in 3 axes equally. Now for minimum number of cube, we need to cut it along one axis. Okay. So 12 cuts along one axis needs to be made, and this will produce how many? 13 thin slices. Now each cuboid will be of the dimension 5 into 5 into 5 by 13 centimeter. Okay. So end cuboid will be of 2, and each end cuboid will have one unpainted face. And how many such cuboids are there? There are 2 such cuboids. So total unpainted face will be how much? 2 unpainted face. Okay. Now interior cuboid, which is how much in number? Interior cuboid is 11 in number, and it will have how many? Unpainted? 2. So total becomes 22. Now if you add 2 unpainted faces from from the end cuboid, from add end cuboid unpainted face to the interior unpainted face, you will get 22 plus 2, that is 24. So it is correct. 24, that is C, both are correct. Now let us see this question. Ramesh travels to his office from his house by car or metro. Okay, if he travels by metro at how much speed? 108 km/h, he reaches the office 20 minutes early, and if he travels through his car at 84 km/h, he reaches the office 1 hour late. Consider the following: distance between the house and, now we can write distance, speed is distance by time, d by speed 84, we subtract d by 108, and how he reaches 20 minutes late, and this is 80 by 60. Now if we solve this, the value of d will come out to 504 kilometers. Okay, so this is correct, statement 1 is correct from this equation. Okay, now speed required to reach office is time. Now here it is given that he is 1 hour late if he travels through his car. So right time to reach the office via his car should be 5 right time to reach is 5 hours, 1 hour less than what he is reaching via car. Okay, so 504 we will divide by 5, that is something 100.8 km/h, 100.8 ph. This is the speed. Okay, so this is also correct. C is the right answer. Okay, now let us see this. Now there is a lot of information given and there is some correction. This is E square is CD and E plus 1 square is AB. Now AB and CD are two digits, such that AB, CD, 2 digit number. Okay, now AB into CD, it is E00, and AB plus CD, it is how much? EC. Okay, now A is half of E and E square CD, and E plus 1 square is how much? AB. Then what is the value of A plus B plus C plus D plus A? This is what we need to find out. Now suppose AB and CD are, okay, they are non-distinct, they are non-zero numbers and they are distinct. So let us see this condition. If you are squaring E and you are getting 2 digit number, now let that, it cannot be 1, 2 and 3, because squaring all these you will get only a single digit number. So the possible values of E can be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and not 10, because square will give you 3 digit number. 4 square will give you 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. Okay, so the value of E can be any of these. Now suppose let us take E equal to 4. Okay, now use this, E plus 1 will be 5 square is equal to AB. 5 square is 25. Now suppose A is 2 and B is 5. Okay, and E is 4. Okay, so we got 3 values. Now let us check other conditions. A is, this we checked, A is half of E. Now we can see A is 2, E is 4. This is also satisfied, third condition. Now AB plus CD. Okay, now let us, AB plus CD is equal to EC. Okay, now we have value AB. AB is 2, A is 25. So we do not have the value of C. So AB plus CD. E square is CD. Okay, so E is 4, 4 square, CD becomes 16, 1 and 6. Okay, so here we get value of C and D. Let us check if it is able to solve this AB into CD. A is 2, 5 into CD 16, it is 400. That is E is 4 we know, so this is also satisfying. And AB plus CD is equal to AC. AB is 25, okay, and CD is 16, that is 41. So all the conditions is being met. Okay, so all of these condition is being satisfied. So what are the values we got? A equal to 2, B equal to 5, C is how much? 1, D is 6, E is 4. Okay. Now add all this, 2 plus 5 plus 1, 5 plus 8, 8 and 10, 18. A is the right answer. Okay, now let's see this. A and B are walking up the escalator with every step of A, B takes 4 steps. One step of A, B takes 4 steps. So A gets to the top in 40 steps and while B takes 80 steps. Then consider the following ratio of time taken to reach B to A, time B, time A. What is the time taken by A? 40 steps, 1 second, that is 40 seconds. For time B, 80 steps by 4, 20, that is 1:2. So here it is given 2:1 and the answer is 1:2. Therefore, statement 1 is correct. Incorrect. If there is no escalator, then A will take 120 second. Here we can see that time is not given for the escalator that it takes. Okay, so statement 2 is also wrong. So D is the right answer. Now let's see this question. Here we are given that A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I are 3-digit number where A, B, C, D, E and F, H, are non-distinct non-zero numbers. Summation of all 3 numbers have 0 at both ones and tens place. Then consider the following statement. Okay. Now here we are given A, B, C, D, E, F and G, H, I. They are 3-digit number and if you add all these, there is 0 and 0 at the end. At units and tens place there is 0. Okay. So what we can do, let's check the unit digit. Maximum value B, C, F, H, I is 38. Okay. So unit digit, let's see, unit digit is how much? C plus F plus I. C plus F plus I. What should be? What should it be? It should be either 20 or 10 to make the unit digit as 0. I hope you understood. Okay. So and B, E plus H plus carry from these two. Carry from unit place. Okay. So it is also giving as 0. So what is the possible value of B, E plus H? It should be either 9 or 18 or 8. Okay. These are the possible value of B, E plus H. So here is the maximum value of B, C, E. Here the maximum value of CFI is how much? 20. Okay. And the maximum value of B, E and H, it is how much? 18. So 38 and it is given here. So statement 1 is correct. Okay. Now look for statement 2. Minimum value of B plus C, minimum value of this is 18. Let's see how. So minimum value of minimum value of C, F and I, how much it is? 10, because maximum is 20 we took, so minimum will be 10. So we can distribute it as 1, 4, 5. Okay. So but 1 and 5 they have already been used. Okay. So 1 and 5 are already used. So this is not the right 1, 4 and 5. So, take B equal to 1, E equal to 2 and H is equal to 5. Okay. So, again 1 and 5 they have already been used. So, this cannot be, because they are distinct and repeat, and we cannot use them again and again. Now, again another method is 2, E is 3 and F is 3. So, you can see there is a repetition. So, this is also not possible. So, statement 2 becomes wrong because there are no distinct value which can give the minimum value as 18. So, statement 2 is wrong. Now, let us see a third statement, resultant number will always be less than 1000 always. Okay. So, now we can take ABC as 948, DEF as 637 and GHI as 215. Add all these, you will get values which is greater than 1000. So, statement 3 is also wrong. Okay. I hope you understood. So, only one is correct. Let us see this. From a vessel of 3000 liter, a company replaces 20% of milk with water and has same process repeated 2 more times. Then consider the following statement: amount of milk in the final mix is 1546. So, 3000 and it is done thrice. The process is done thrice. 0.8, 0.8 into 0.8. What is the value? 3000 into 0.8 into 0.8 into 0.8. 1536. 1536, and here it is given 154. This becomes wrong. Okay. So, amount, and let us calculate the amount of water in the mixture before final mixture is 10,000 1080 liters. Okay. So, now 3000 0.8 into 0.8. Okay, let us calculate what is this value. 3000 into 0.8 into 0.8, it is 1920. 1920. If this is milk, then amount of water becomes 3000 minus 1920, 08, 29, 1080. Okay. So, 1080, this one is correct, this is wrong. Ratio of amount of water after second process and the amount of water in the final mixture is 80:61. Now, let us see what is the amount of milk after second process. After second process it is 1920 amount of milk and amount of water in the final mixture. This is the final mixture, and if we subtract 1536, 496, 1464. Okay. So, it is given as 80, so let us simplify it. 732, 960, 480, 732 divided by 2, 366, 240, 183, 380 times 361. So, 80:61, this is correct. So, statement 3 is correct. So, how many of these 2 are correct? 2 statements, only 2. Okay. Now, let us see this. There are 5 positive integers P, Q, R, S, T, all are multiples of 5. P, Q, R, S, T are all multiple of 5, at least one of them is odd and at least two of them are even. Consider the following statement. So let's see this. Let's assume the P as 5, Q as 10, this as 15, and this is 20, and this is 25. Okay. Now let's multiply P plus Q. P plus Q is 15 into R plus S is 35 into T is 25. What is summation? I think it will be an odd number. 15 into 25 into 35, that is 13,125. It is not always even. So statement 1 becomes wrong. P by Q into R plus S by T can be an integer. I think it is R, this is like R plus S as a whole divided by T. Let me check once. What is the 55 number question? Yes, it is P by Q R plus S by T, like this. T R plus S is divided as a whole. It is a P is 10. Now let's take P is 10, Q is 5, R as 15, S as 25 and T as 20. Now substitute the value. P by Q 5, R plus S 40 by 20, 2, 2, 4. So we got an integer. So this one is correct. Okay. Now 2P plus Q plus 2S is definitely even. Now again we will do the, let's take 2P. 2P is 10 plus 10 plus 2R. 2R is 30 minus 2S. 2S is 40 plus T, 25. 20, 30, 50. 50 minus 10, 50 minus 40, it is 50 minus 40 is 10, 10 plus 35. It is giving the answer as 35. So it can be odd also. So this one is also good. So answer is A. We just checked. If one deviation we got from the rule, we get the answer. So now let's see 56. Here we are given P by Q less than 0, Q is greater than Q square, P square greater than P. Now what we need to find out which is greater between P and Q. Now if we see this one, Q minus Q square, it is greater than 0, that is Q into 1 minus Q greater than 0. That means Q lies between 0 and 1, because we need to see through wavy curve method we know this is the region of Q. So Q is 0 and 1, and the value of P will be P square minus P greater than 0, P minus 0, P minus 1 greater than 0. Sorry, this is plus minus plus. Okay. And Q minus Q square, it is greater than 0. Okay. And P square minus P, it is greater than 0. Okay. So this is P region, okay, from this equation, and this is Q region. Okay. So this we got, and using this P by Q, if the entire expression is 0 and Q is positive here, we can see as Q lies between 0 and 1, that means it is positive, but the entire expression is negative, that means P should be less than 0. Okay. So from these two statements alone, we can find that the value of Q is greater than value of P. Statement 1 and 2, A. I hope you understood this question. Okay, now let's draw Venn diagram for this. 3 statement followed by 3 conclusions are given below. You have to take the statement to be true even if they seem to be at variance from the commonly known facts. Read all the conclusions and then decide. Okay, now let's see statement 1, what we are given, some oranges are apples. Now let's see, these are orange and these are apple. There is an intersection. This is some oranges and apples. Some bananas are guavas. Some bananas are guavas. Okay, now some bananas are guavas and all guavas are oranges. So guavas will be here inside oranges. Okay, this is some bananas are guavas. That means this B. Okay, this is the Venn diagram which we will get: apple, bananas, guavas and oranges. So conclusion which is given, some apples are guavas. No, this is wrong because there is no relation between apples and guavas. Some bananas are oranges. Some bananas are oranges. This is correct. Some bananas are apples. Banana apples. There is no such information given. So this is also wrong. So only state conclusion 2 follows if there is such an option. Only conclusion 2 follows. Here it is. So B is the right answer. Okay, now let's see this question. There are 45 persons sitting around a round table. This is, and 45 people, 1 to 45, they are sitting around a circle. So first person has a weapon. Now suppose this is the first person and it has a weapon and kills the second person. So this one is killed and passes to the third person. Now the gun is with the third person. Now what he will do? He will kill the fourth person and give the gun to fifth person. The fifth person will kill the sixth person and the entire process will go on. Okay. So there are total 45 persons. Okay. So consider the following statement. To survive, Nitesh has to sit on the 27th seat. Here we can see that the person sitting at odd numbers, they are having the one, they are killing, and the person sitting at even number, they are the one who get killed. Since 27th seat is an odd number, okay, so he won't die, rather he will kill the 28th person. So statement 1 is correct. To be second last survivor, the person has to have 43rd seat. So now since the 45th person will be the last person, since it's an odd number, 45th person will be the last person to have the gun. Okay. So 44th person will be killed by the 43rd person. So 43rd person is also safe. So to be second last survivor, Nitesh should be on 40. This is also correct. So C is the right answer. Now let's see, consider the following statement. Oh, this is a blood relation problem. There are 6 family members. Okay. Okay. Now how is E related? Relation of E with A. Okay. Now here B is the mother of D. Mother. So this is a female member. Okay. We do not know the gender of D. C is the sister of F. Okay. A is the aunt of C. D and F. Okay, D and F, they are siblings. Okay, E is the spouse of D. Okay, E is the spouse of D, and A is the aunt of C. B is the mother of D. C is the sister of F. Okay, C, sister, means all these 3, D, F and C, they are siblings, sister. Okay, A is the aunt of C and aunt of C. So from this we can E and F. If D is a male member, then D is nephew of A. Okay, and D is, if C is a female member, she is a niece of A. So A is related to, so E becomes who? He becomes the spouse of nephew or niece of A. So we required all the statement, all 5. C, to get the relation between E and A. Now let's see this question. This requires a bit of calculation. It requires modulus function knowledge. So let's see this. If today is Sunday, then consider the following statements. Statement 1. Here something is missing. It should be 17th power 10th day is Friday if week is of 7 day. On 17th power 11th day, and in this we are missing 17th 12th. Okay, this is a printing mistake. If week is of 9 days with extra and 1 day. So these are the 3 condition statements given, and we have to see how many of them are correct. So what we will do, first we are given that on 17th power 10th day, okay, the day is Friday. This is the first statement given. If week has 7 days. So what we need to do, we will just find 17 power 10 modulus 7. Okay. So this can mod 7. This we need to find out. Okay. So compute how much? 3 power 10 mod 7. When you solve this, okay, so you will get a cycle length of 6. Okay. Now since you get the cycle length of 6, you will know 3 power 10 is nothing but 3 power 10 mod 6, that is equal to 4 mod 7. Okay. Now since that means 4 mod 7, that means you have to move 4 days after Sunday. What is 4 days after Sunday? It is Thursday. And what is given? It is Friday. So statement becomes wrong. Okay, I am not solving entire thing because it will take a lot of time. You just compute 3 power 10 mod 7 on your own and find the cycle itself, and you will get the answer. So first statement becomes wrong. Okay. Now again you have to do the same process on 17th power 11th day. Okay. Saturday, if week is of 6 days without Monday. Now it is of 6 days. So what we will do? We will compute some mod 6. Okay. So it is nothing but 17 5 mod 6. Okay. Now what we need to compute? 5 power 11 mod 6. Now 5 power 1 is 5, 5 power 2 is 25, that is nothing but 1. So we see that there is a cyclicity of 2, 1 and 5 will be repeated. Okay. So and length is 2. So 5 power 11 mod 6, it is nothing but 5th day. 5th day, and 5th day after Sunday, it is nothing but Friday. So this one also becomes Saturday, because Monday is removed. 5 day will be Saturday. So B becomes correct. Now let's see the last one. What do? You solve the third one on your own. Okay. Now it is 9 days. So what you do? Take Sunday as 0, Monday as 1, and how many Mondays are there? With extra Monday. Monday again 2, Tuesday 3, Wednesday 4, and up to Saturday 8. You take the numbering like this and you try to solve it on your own. So, let us move on to another question. Now, here we are given just a second. Okay. Now, let us see what will be the next term of the following series: A, B, C, C, G, O, O, X, Y, and what? We see the last term of the first term is the starting term of the second. Okay. So, from this we can deduce the first term will be how much? Y. Okay. So, but it all has Y, so it is not of much. Let us move on to second term. Second term pattern. Okay. So, using the ASCII values, that is, if you know that A is given 65, there is ASCII values. Okay. Let us give A 65, B as 66, and so on. Okay, up to Z. So, B is how much? 66 is given. G is given how much? 71. And X is given how much? 81, 88. These are the ASCII values. Okay. So, G minus B is how much? It is 5, and X minus G, it is how much? It is 17. Okay. So, pattern is 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square it is 4, add this 5 and you get this value. Okay. And for 4 square, next term will be how much? 4 square it is 16. Okay. Now, 4 square 16 is X is 88, and 16 added to that will be 104. And what is that 104? And we have to wrap it. So, we will subtract 26 to it. Okay. Subtract 26 we get 78. This is nothing but O. So, Y O, two terms we got. Y O. These two are eliminated. This is there. Now, let us see the pattern for the third term. Last letter of OXY is Y. Last letter of OXY, it is Y, and Y is how, what is the value? 89. Add 2 to it, 91, and subtract how much? 26 to wrap it. Okay. To do a simple wrap or procedure, and it will get 65A and becomes YOA. YOA is A. So, we just use the ASCII values to get to the answer to this one. Now, let us see. In a family, PQ, R, S, T, U are the members. There are two couples in the family. How is T related to P? Okay. Relation between T and P. Q is the father of S. This is Q, and son of T. So, T becomes grandmother or grandfather, but Q is father and S is here, and P and S is the grandson of U. One second. Q is the father of S. Q, father of S, okay, and son of T. Okay, and S is a grandson of U. S is a grandson of U. So, U is here. Okay, so these two are a couple. One couple we got, and P is a woman. P is a woman, that means she is here, means father, mother, couple. Couple 2, couple 1. Okay, so how is T related to P? Father-in-law. Okay, so we required all the three statements. P is a woman, S is a grandson. So state all are sufficient to answer. The pair of adjacent orange. Okay, let us see this question. Now, what is the question? The pair of adjacent side of a cube of side 5 cm are painted with orange, purple and pink color, and then it is cut into smaller cube of side 1 cm. Consider the following cubes with, okay. Now, here we are given a cube of side 5 cm, okay, and now it is cut into 5 into 5 into 5 that is 125 smaller cubes, and now each of the cubes they are having how much, 1 centimeter of side, and 3 adjacent sides they share a common vertex, that is one face is orange, the adjacent face is purple, and the face adjacent to both is pink. Now let's look at the statement 1. Cubes with orange on 2 faces only are more than cubes with orange and purple colors. Now cubes with orange on exactly 2 faces, there are cubes along the edges where 2 orange faces meet. Okay, cubes with orange on exactly 2 faces, is this correct? Now there are cubes along the edges, now this is a cube along the edges. Now we see that number of cube with orange exactly 2 faces. Now since only one face is painted orange, how could there be 2 orange faces, orange painted faces meet excluding the corner? Then how could be there more than 1? There are no 2 orange painted faces meeting. It is correct, there are no 2 faces that are meeting because there is only one face, that is orange. Okay, so how could 2 faces with oranges could meet if there is only one orange? So number of this is 0, first one is 0, this is 0. Okay, now we have to see cube with orange and purple colors. How can we find that? There, now in this we can see that there are 2 such edges from the corner where orange and purple meet. Each of the edge has 5 small cubes. Now the 2 corner cube will have 3 colors. Now each of the 2 edges will be contains 3 cubes. Okay, now these 3 cubes will have only orange and purple. Orange and purple. Okay, so corner cube has both. Now corner cube is also having 1 extra. So total number becomes 3 plus 3 plus 1, how much? 7. Okay. Now look at the statement 2. 7. So this one becomes incorrect because it has 0 faces and it has 7. So statement 1 becomes wrong. Now look at statement 2. Number of cube with all 3 color is 0. With all 3 color is 0. The corner, now let's see, here we can see that the corner where orange, purple and pink face meet, only one such corner is made, having all the 3 corners. Okay, so it is incorrect. There is at least one where there is where the orange, purple and pink face meet. So there has to be at least one. Okay, so statement 2 is also wrong. Let's look at statement 3. Number of cube with 1 color. Number of cube with 1 color, cube 1 color is less than number of cube with 2 colors. Number of cube with 2 colors. Let's check. How can we say that? So number of cube with exactly 1 color, with exactly number of cube with exactly 1 color will be how much? 5 minus 2 into 5 minus 2, that is 9. Same goes for, this is for orange and this is also same for pink and this is also same for, what is the color? Purple. 9 plus 9 plus 9, that is 27. That is the with exactly 1 color. Number of cube with exactly 2 color will be how much? Along the 2 color, or let's see orange and purple, along the edge between the excluding corner, that is 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 will be there. Okay, same goes for purple and same goes for pink, purple and pink and orange. So 3 3 3. So there are 2 such edges. So 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9 into 2, 18. Okay, so what we saw, exactly 2 colors is less than exactly 1 color. Exactly 1 color. So this statement also becomes wrong. The answer will be D. In this question you have to visualize things. Okay. Now let's look at this question. This is a pie chart given. Okay, this is a pie chart given. There are two pie charts given in this question, A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Now, a pie chart gives the market share of 5 companies A, B, C, D, E, where B, C, D correspond to 90, 50, 45 and 75 respectively. Another pie chart shows the market share of cosmetic category companies where A, B, C, D correspond to 100, 75, 90, 50 respectively. The total market is of this much amount. Then statement: if cosmetics products make 3/5 of the B's market share, then E gets around 71% income from the product other than the cosmetics. So in this question, what we can do, we can get the market share of everyone. Get the market share of everyone. You will get A as how much? 200,000. I hope you know how to get with the help of degrees and with the total amount you can get. Just divide by 360 into this 72, you will get the value of each one of them. B is 180,000, C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, D is 1, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, E is 1, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This is the market share we got. Okay, now what is statement 1 saying? If cosmetic products make 3/5 of B's market share, then E gets around 71% coming from the other cosmetics. So what we can do here, 3/5 of B's share, it is, this is equal 800, then 75 by 360 of total market of cosmetic, it is equal to, is this much. I hope this is clear from given statement. Now E share is of cosmetics will be 45 times 45 by 360 into TMC. Okay. So now putting the value from this B's equation, if you put the value, we will get E something close to 63%, 43%, sorry, 43%. So, and here it is given 71%. So, statement 1 becomes wrong. Okay. I am not solving complete question because it is understood and I am just giving you the method to solve it. You try it at your own. Okay. Now, let us see. 1/5 market share. 1/5 market share of A is of cosmetics, will be from cosmetics, 40,000, this much. Now in the pie chart we will find that A will be 100 because A is not, value of A is not given. Okay. So we can find out A is 100, 100 by 360 into TMC, that is total market of cosmetics. It is how much? 400, 100, 100, 6 zeros. Okay. So when we solve this, we will get something, we will get total market of cosmetics. Total market of cosmetics we will get from this. Okay. So now again we will do the same for D. We will get cosmetic market of D as 2, this much we will get. Okay. Now from D, from earlier D, here we got something in the beginning 900,000. Now we will divide by 100, we will get something around 22%. So statement B becomes correct. Okay. Now this is a bit geometry. Now let us see this. Okay. Ram started moving towards the right from start, this is point P. Okay. He walked 10 kilometer. In anti-clock and then turns 45, this is 45 degree anti-clock. He then walked 15 kilometer. Okay, this is something 15 kilometers he walked, and then rotates 90 degree in anti-clockwise direction is this, and then he walks, this is 90, and then he walks how much? 20 kilometer he walked. Okay, he further walked and then rotates 90 degree in clockwise direction, 90 degree, this is clockwise direction, and covered 5 kilometer before stopping. Okay, so let's see statement 2. Ram is facing towards southeast direction. This is wrong because he is facing towards northeast direction. From here only we can, through the diagram we can see that he is facing towards northeast direction. So we have to find out Ram is 30 km away from the point P. This is point P and this is T. Let's suppose this point is T, PT. Okay. So this is 9, and if it is 45 degree he has taken a turn. So what is the final distance from point P? This is what we need to find out. Okay. Now let's take, how can we solve this? If this is 45, okay, this, yes, we can join this also becomes 90 degree. Okay, so if this is 45, if this is 45, this is also 45. Okay, if this is 45, this becomes 45. If vertically opposite, this also becomes 45. Okay, and if this is 45, we can find this value as tan 45 is equal to this value 5 by, this is the base and this is the right triangle, this is x, then x also becomes 5. So this becomes 5. Okay, so we need to, and this we know, we need to know this value. Okay, so 5 kilometer using the formula 5 square plus 5 square, it is root 50. This is root 50. Okay, and if this is 5, this becomes 15. Okay, this portion becomes 15, and if this is 15, using some formula, using sine 45, we will get 15 by x. X is 15 root 2. This is nothing but 15 into 50, 450. Okay, this is 450. So entire thing. Now using the Pythagoras theorem again, PT will become how much? 10 square, that is 100, plus this distance, root 450 plus 50, root 450 plus 50 square. When you solve this, you will get PT equal to 30. Okay, I have solved this and statement 1 is correct. Okay, statement 2 is wrong. So A only is the right answer. Now in a circular clock, what is the percentage change in the lesser angle between minute and the hour and 9:25 and 9? Let's calculate the angle. 11 by 2, 25 minus 30 h. What is the angle? Theta 1 here. 11 into 25, 250, 275 by 2 minus 270. Okay, 137.5 minus 270, that is 132.5 degrees. Okay, now calculate theta 2 based on this. 11 by 2, 29 minus 39, 290 at 29, it is 309. 29 into 11, 29, 9, 11, 3, 319 minus 270, 49. Now let's see it again. 929, 11 by 2, 29, 11 by 2 minus 30 into 9. This is okay. Now let's do this. 11 into 29, 319 divided by 2 159.5 minus 270. What is the value? Oh, here we did not divide it by 2. Okay, sorry. $270 minus 159.5, 110.5. What is the difference between these two? It is of 22.5 degree divided by 132.5 into 100. Whatever the value will you get, it is will come around to be 16.6%, something around. So A will become right answer. Okay, now let's see this question. Okay. Now, digits of a 6-digit number 11, that is 111111 into 111111. The product will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 4 5 4 3 2 1, and if you multiply each of these, you will get 86,400. Now if you do prime factorization of 86,400, what is the value you will get? You will get 2 power 7 into 3 cube into 5 square. This is the value you will get. Okay. Now the total number of factors of this result is 96. Now add 1 to the power 8 into 4 32, 32 is 96. So statement 1 is correct. Number of factors will be 96. Resultant number is divisible by 576. What is 576 prime factorization? 576 is 2 power 6 into 3 square. Okay. 2 power 6 and 3 square is contained in this value. So this one is also correct. 125 is the prime factor of resultant number. Here we can see that only 5 square, 5 cube is not there. So this one 125 is not a factor. 675 is the factor of resultant number. What is the prime factor of 675? It is 5 square into 3 cube. Is 5 square and 3 cube is present? Yes, it is present. So it is a factor. So how many statements are correct? 1, 2 and 3. 3 statements are correct. Just few more questions now. Okay, here we can have the three integers p, q, r are multiplied together, so the resultant number is 3. So p into q into r, they are being multiplied, so the resultant number is a 3-digit number. So it is obvious that a has to be 1, because if we take a as any other number other than 1, if we take a is 2, then this will become a 4-digit number, which is against the question, because it is 3. So a has to be 1. So 5 into 111, that is 5 into 555. Okay. So but 111 can be written as 5 into 3 into 37. We can write it as, it is again equal to 555. It is PQ. Now we have to use combination of PQ and R. Now value of PQ, well here it is, should be value of P plus Q, P plus Q, P plus Q, P plus Q. Okay. So value of P plus Q can be 40. Yes, it can be. If it is P, it is Q, or vice versa, then it is correct. P plus Q can be 40. Value of P plus Q can be 8. Yes, if it is P or it is Q or vice versa, then it can add up to 8. P plus Q can be add up to 8. Now value of P plus Q can be minus 40 if it is minus 37, and if it is minus 3, P plus Q will be minus 40. So this is also correct. And value of P plus Q can be minus 34. If P is minus 34, okay, and Q is 3 or vice versa, plus 3, then minus 37, P is minus 37, Q is plus 3. They add up to minus 34, and what is the possible value? Then R will become minus 5, such that the entire product is a positive number. So we see that all 4 are correct. D is the right answer. Now it is a problem on compound interest. if y is the amount obtained when amount x is compounded yearly on a certain rate for certain time period, z is the amount obtained when y is compounded yearly on same rate, then consider the following statement. Statement 1, if time period for x is twice that of y, then x square z is equal to y cube. Now using the compound interest formula, what we can write? Y equal to x times of 1 plus r t1. This is the first equation, and z we can write as 1 plus r t2. This is the second equation. Now according to statement 1, if time period for x is twice of y, then x square z is equal to y cube. So here we can write t1 is equal to 2 t2, and let t2 becomes t and t1 becomes 2t. So from equation 1, what we can write? Y is equal to x times of 1 plus r 2t. Okay, and from equation 2 we can write z is equal to y 1 plus r power t. Okay, now substitute the values here. When you substitute the values, what will you get? You will get that x cube 1 plus r 3t is not equal to x cube 1 plus r 6t. So these two are different, and statement 1 will become wrong. Okay, just substitute the value in this. Okay. Now in statement 2, what you will get? In statement 2, when take t2 equal to 2t1, okay, and t1 as t1, okay, and t2 as 2t. When you substitute the value of equation 1, you will get y equal to x times of 1 plus r t, and z will be y times of 1 plus r 2t. Okay. Now if you substitute this value here, okay, so what will you get? Again you will get LHS is not equal to RHS. The values will be different. Okay. So again this will be incorrect. So D will become the right answer. Just try to do it on your own, this one. Just substitute the values and check on your own. Okay, I have just given the values. Now let's see this set inclusion exclusion principle problem. Now there are 345 UPSC students. The aspirant who took general studies, CSAT and optional classes are equal in number. If they are equal in number, that means, now let's suppose G be the number of students who took GS classes, C be the number of students who took CSAT classes, and O be the number of students who take only optional classes. Okay. So total number of, and we are given the total number of aspirants, it is 345, out of which 43 did not take any class. So number of students who took at least one class will be 43, that is 302. Okay. Now we are also given that number of students who took, it is some value x. Okay, so the number of students who took GS classes, the number of students who took general studies, CSAT and optional classes, are equal, that is equal to x. Okay, so and we are given G intersection C as 30. Okay, C intersection O as 26, O intersection G as 28. Okay. Now we will just put all of them in the principle of inclusion exclusion of over 3 set. What will we get? G C O minus G intersection C minus C intersection O minus O intersection G. Okay. Now just substitute the value. 302 equal to 3x, x plus x plus x minus 30 minus 26 minus 28 plus G intersection C intersection O. Okay. So, what will get 386 is equal to 3x plus G intersection C intersection O. Okay. This is equation 1. So the question is asked number of students who took only the GS classes. So the number of students who took only the GS classes will become how much? Minus G intersection C minus O intersection G. Okay. And we will add how much? G intersection C intersection O. Okay. Now when you add x minus 30 minus 28 plus G intersection C intersection O, you will get x minus 58 and again the same G intersection C intersection O. Okay. So from this, what is the value of x? The value of x, what is the value we will get? From statement 1 we know this is equal to 14. Okay. So 386 equal to 3x plus 14 and x will become 124. Okay, x will become 124. So number of students who took GS classes will be how much? G minus G intersection C minus G intersection O plus G intersection C intersection O, that is 124 minus 30 minus 28 plus 14, all will be equal to 80. So using these many calculations you will get that the number of students who took only the GS classes is equal to 80. So statement alone, statement 1 is enough to reduce. Now let us see for statement 2. There are 82 students. There are 82 students who took CSET classes. Okay. So C minus G intersection C minus C intersection O plus G intersection C intersection O. Okay. Think about 82 equal to x minus 30 minus 26 plus G intersection C intersection O. Okay. Now putting the values x minus 56 plus G intersection C intersection O. Okay. Now from this we will get x is equal to 138. Okay. This is equal to 82. Okay. This is equal to 82. X is equal to now. Now we have two equations, 3x plus G intersection C intersection O 386 and x plus G intersection C intersection O 138. Okay. Now we subtract these two, what will you get? 2x is equal to 248 and x is 124 we got. Okay. Now substitute this value of x in equation 2. Equation 2 is this one. Then we will get G intersection C intersection O as 14. Okay. So number of students who will take only the GS classes will be equal to minus G intersection C minus O intersection G plus G intersection C intersection O. This is nothing but x minus 30 minus 28 plus 14. From here also we got x is equal to how much? 80. So both the statement independently are enough to answer the question. Okay. So A is the right answer. This question just required a lot of calculation. So A becomes the right answer, 77. Now this is a bit of lengthy question. Okay. Now A is twice as efficient as B and C is 50% more efficient than B. A and B both work on first day and B left after midday. Next day B and C work together but C left after midday and so on. if B alone can do the work in 30 days, then consider the following statement. Okay. Now here what is the information given? That B can do the work in 30 days. So 1 day work will be 1 by 30. A 1 day work will be, he is twice as efficient, as B, then becomes 1 by 15, 1 day work. Okay. And C is how much? 1 by 5 times of 1 by 5 upon 30, that is nothing but 1 by 20. This is the 1 day work of everyone. So A is 1 by 15, B is 1 by 30, C is 1 by 20, 1 day work. Okay. So what is the first question? Work will be finished on the 14th day after C left. Now let's see first day work, day 1. What is the scenario on day 1? A and B are working, A and B. A will work full day, 1 by 15, plus, and B will work, B is half as efficient, that is 30 into 2. Okay, what is the value you will get? You will get 1 by 12. This is 1 day work of A and B. Let's day 2, let's go where B and C is working. B and C are working. Okay, B is how much? 1 by 30, and C is, and C, now here B, it is because B is working half day, that's why it will be multiplied by 2 here. Okay, so 1 day work of, half day work of C will be 1 by 40, 1 by 20 into 1 by 2. Okay, what is the value? 127, 7 by 120. Okay, so total work done by ABC on day 1 and day 2 will be 1 by 12 plus 7 by 120. Okay, 120, 10 plus 17 by 120. In one cycle, the amount of work done is 17 by 120. Now, if total amount of work is 1, okay, now how many such cycles we need? 17 by 120. That is 120 by 17, that is somewhere equal to 7 days. 7 cycles we require. 7 cycles means 14 days. Okay, in 14 days the work will be complete. So in 14 days total work. So in one day, in one cycle, the amount of work done is 17 by 120. Okay, so in 7 cycles it will be 119 by 120. Okay, now we subtract 119 by 120 divided by 120, the amount of work will is 1 by 120. Okay, 1 by 20 is remaining work. This is the remaining work. Okay, on 15th day who will work? 15th day A and B will work. Okay, now if A and B are working, that combined work will be equal to how much? 1 by 15 plus 1 by 60, that is 10 by 20. But the amount of work that is to be done is 120, then 120. So from here we can see that on 15th day the work will be complete. So statement 1 becomes correct because C has left work and A and B are working on 15th day. On 15th day only the amount of work remaining is very less. That is, amount of work remaining is very less. So on 15th day the work will be complete. So statement 1 is correct. So if A and B are paid rupees 30 and 20, then the ratio amount to be, now let's check this one. Okay, now total hours of work of A, it is 1, 3, total hours of work. On which day he is working? He is working full day on 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Okay, and on 15th he is also working. Okay, but his work is 1/10. So 7 plus 1/10, it is 7.1 days. You multiply it with 24. How much is the value you will get? You will get 5112. you will get how much? 170.4 hours, and if you multiply the amount of money he is getting per hour is 30, it is somewhere around 5112. Okay. Now same for B. B is working on half days on 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Then 4 full days. 4 full days he is working, because half days of 8 is equal to 4 full day, and working full day on how many days? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 full days. Okay. So 7 plus 4, 11 days he is working. 11 into 24 is 264, and every hour he is getting 20 rupees. That is 5280. So the ratio becomes how much? 5112 by 5280. This is not the correct ratio. Okay. So statement 2 becomes wrong, statement A is right. So answer is A. Now this is the last question, I guess. If A and B are running on a circular track, this circular track, and with A is 12 meter per second and B is 18 meter per second, then consider the following statement. If they are running in opposite direction, we must know, if they are running in opposite direction, then the 2:3, the ratio is 2:3, 12 by 18. If they are running, then it will be P plus Q. The ratio will add up, that is 5. At 5 points they are going to meet. Okay. So statement 1 is correct, because here it is given as 6. If they are running in same direction, means this direction, then it will be the difference, P minus Q. Okay. P minus Q, and it will be 1. 2 minus 3 or 3 minus 2 modulus will be 1. So this one is correct. So B is the right answer. So in this paper we saw that there are many complex problems which required a lot of calculation. Even I had to do a lot of calculation, which I could not do here because it will take a lot of time. But I have given you some formula, some method. You just have to substitute and check few options on your own. Okay. By checking few options on your own, you will get a grip of the questions, grip on the method of calculation that is required to solve such kind of paper. This was a tough paper, but it was a challenge. I hope you have all done well in this paper, and if not, just see the explanation, go through the video, and it will be a very fruitful one. Okay, thank you.